Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, Tara, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. I super appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Well, I'm such a big fan of your stuff. I mean, I lived on shows like Care Bears and Fairly Odd Parents, Beetlejuice, Chowder, and I have two little girls who are 8 and 10. And now I'm not only showing them those shows, but we're enjoying other shows like Gabby's Dollhouse together. Rick and Morty not together, but I'm enjoying it.
Aw, you are every stage of my career.
Yeah, well, what does it feel like to be like entertaining generations?
It's pretty special. It's pretty wonderful. I feel very lucky. I'm not saying that I'm not talented because you cannot do what I do without that gift. So thank you, universe, God, whatever. But there is also a very big element of luck. I know lots of very talented people that never get a shot. So being able to have played so many iconic characters that have really touched people over the years and around the world is very, very special. And I feel very grateful. And I really do. Like, I just feel so grateful that something I participate in helps bring people together or helps people feel confident or feel seen or feel not alone or laugh or do arts and crafts like Mama Bear or whatever it is. Like, I just feel very fortunate that my career path has led me to something that's brought people a lot of joy. I feel very lucky about that.
Oh, I love that. Well, so you voiced two characters in Gabby's Dollhouse. So can you tell me how you would describe both of them and then which one you're most like?
Well, they are different, but also both very similar to me. Mama Bear is someone who really loves being a mom. She's a great mom. I really love being a mom. I'm a great mom. I'm a very hands-on mom. Luckily in voiceover, you really get to be a full-time mom and working mom. I worked up until I delivered, and then I brought them to the studio with me when they were tiny, and I was always home when school was out. It was just this beautiful career that you could really be a hands-on mom and still do. And I also always did arts and crafts with them from when they were very, very little. We always were doing origami or clay or painting or drawing or some crazy arts and crafts. And we are still doing it today. I'm going to show you something. My son, who's 19, made this about a month ago out of origami.
Oh, that's awesome.
We are a crafty family. So I'm very similar to Mama Bear. And also Kitty Fairy, who, is this magical little sprite that goes around trying to make everyone's life better and grow things and help people and bring life and wonder and music and magic. And wow, I love that so much too. I love ritual around magic and doing fun things together and being creative and singing. And I love nature so much. I mean, trees and grass and flowers and fruits and vegetables and anything that grows. Like I'm a very Mama Earth type human. So both of those characters really, really speak to me in a big, big way. And they're both just so fun and magical and adorable. It's the cutest show I've ever seen, ever.
It's so cute. We love it. My girls are like obsessed with the show. They've got all the toys and the ears. And...
Oh, I'm so happy they're starting to roll out more toys. There's going to be more coming out too now. And I love the doll houses, and there's going to be some more Kitty Fairy toys coming out. It's really cute. It's always cute to be a toy anyway.
Yeah, right. Well, I was going to say, so do you have like a bunch of little toys of yourself?
I have a lot of toys.
Because I have a lot of toys. I have a lot of toys of you back here, clearly. You can probably see.
I wish I could see. Let me try and see if I can pin you. Oh, here we go. Replace pen.
Yeah. You
can there we go. Oh, wow. You got a lot of pops.
Yes.
I have some, but I was just at my first con since COVID hit this weekend, and there were about 10 different Ravens and 10 different Harleys. I'm like, I need to up my pops game.
It's crazy. There's so many. So speaking of being able to go back in person to stuff, how amazing is that? Because I know you always have been a fan of attending cons, and it's got to be great.
Yeah, it was very fun. I've been really missing connecting with the fans and being one-on-one, because in voiceover, you're really nothing without your fans. It is the fans that let Hollywood know we like Tara as this character, or we don't like They never say we don't like her,
No.
we don't like this person is this voice, and they're pretty loyal to their voiceover actors as opposed to other parts of Hollywood that may think, oh, it's better to have an A-list celebrity in a part. The fans of voiceover are very kind and very verbal about giving love. So going to cons and being able to give that love back is very special. And also meeting people that credit a lot of what I've done to getting them through hard times, or being grateful that there's all these characters that they can relate to. It's this very, very beautiful world that I've really, really missed. So it was fun to go back.
Oh, well, that's amazing. I know it's been a crazy 18 months and it feels like we're finally getting there. So in your career though, you've worked with so many incredibly talented voice actors. Is there anyone you were ever like in super awe of when you got to work with them?
Well, when I first did The Little Mermaid 2 and I met Jodie Benson, I burst into tears because I was a massive Little Mermaid fan. So to get to play her daughter in the sequel and sing with her in the studio was a total dream come true moment. Also playing Batgirl beside Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And mostly I'm impressed every single day by voiceover geniuses who might not get recognized in the real world. There is like not a day that I'm at work that I'm not like, wow, that was really great what that actor did. That was really impressive what that actor did. And inevitably something new comes out of their mouth, some sound or some new character. And I'm like, wow, that's a great character. Voiceover actors are the most versatile humans on the planet. So seeing people come up with new things and new ways of doing things is really a treat.
Well, speaking of that too, like when you're out and about and people recognize you, is that always like still surprising after all these years?
Yeah, I was driving yesterday and I heard someone scream, "Oh my God, that's Tara Strong," and my windows were closed. I'm like, who said that? Yeah, it's very fun. I don't know that our predecessors knew how beloved they were before the internet.
Yeah.
And so, because people can look up their favorite voice actors, we do get a lot of love. And so I do get recognized. I mean, the most places I get recognized is like a Comic-Con. So like there I'm, J-Lo.
Yeah.
But it's very sweet because people are very sweet about it. They're always like so tickled to meet someone that as a kid really touched them, or that they related to, or it's very sweet. It's a very I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the cutest fandom people in animation, right? And then Gabby's Dollhouse just gets added to that pile because it's so adorable. It's like, so it just gets piled on the cute pile.
Well, I know like when Loki came out, like I'm a massive Miss Minutes fan. I got a tattoo before even the finale. You actually shared it on Twitter. Yes, it's on my leg, or I'd show you because it's like super hard. But I got it.
God.
And so many people were like, well, what if she turns out to be like really bad? You got it before the end. And I was like, I'm a Miss Minutes fan from the first second I saw her. I love her.
Oh my God. I have a girlfriend that got a giant Miss Minutes here, like the reverse watch. Yeah. And I signed it for her. And she tattooed my signature.
Oh, so awesome.
There aren't, I'm sure there'll be more now, but you guys were some of the first.
I was like, I love her, I adore her. But then in that finale, I gotta ask you, like, what is it like to be the best jump scare of the past few years? Like, I was terrified.
I know, I love it. Someone tweeted, "Who's the scariest character in the MCU?" And it was like a picture of Thanos, and it said, "No, the scariest." And I can't remember the other one. And then the third, they said, "No, I said the scariest," and the third was Miss Minutes. And I'm like, yes. It's so fun, and of course that was what they were going for. So then when the internet responded like best jump scare ever, I was like, okay, we must have done that right. It was fun. And that show is like so well done. I think Kate Herron's vision for being able to marry some very like vintage looking set and technology with some very modern technology was done so seamlessly. And I think Miss Minutes fit right into that world, because in the beginning you just think she's some cartoon giving exposition, and suddenly she's a hologram, and wait, does she work for the main boss? Like, who is she? And she's so intriguing that she's just so much fun to play. And I had no idea it was going to explode in the way it did. And once again, I'm very grateful to the fans because this is a, you know, already existing, very beloved universe. So
Mhm.
to bring in a brand new character and her be animated and the people love her so much, I'm very, very grateful.
So I gotta ask you, does Miss Minutes think she's a villain?
I am not going to answer that for you. I don't want to mess up any sacred timelines. You cannot know too much before it's time.
Oh, I
Trust
love
me,
it.
I'm doing you a favor, okay?
Okay, good to know. Oh man, I absolutely adore. I'm so excited that there's going to be a season 2. So very
Oh, me
much looking
too.
forward to you being a part of that again.
Oh, thank
But
you.
like speaking of everything you've been a part of, like you're a part of so many iconic franchises. I mean, basically everything. Is there anything at all you can think of that you haven't done yet that you would love to do?
I haven't been on The Simpsons.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
really? Oh
Hmm.
yeah. Well, they
Yeah, I've
should.
never been on The Simpsons or SpongeBob, so that's weird.
That is weird. That feels unright. Let's fix that right now. Someone out there is listening. We'll fix this. We'll fix this. But going back to Gabby's dollhouse, if you could design a room in the dollhouse, what would it be?
I already know this. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
It is a big yoga Zen dance studio with like mirrors and ballet bars and mats, and there's like a crystal section, and there's like a little meditation section, and there's like it's just like this big sort of Zen room in the house. And then I want to play the voice of like the yoga teachers and Kitty that will be joining season 4. I just created that.
I love it. Again, let's get you on that, right? Somebody's
Yeah.
listening, so we'll make sure that we get that.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. So geez, so this past 18 months, like we talked about, has been a bit crazy. Was there anything like that it either, I don't want to say took away from your career, but it had to have been hard, even voice acting, right? Do you do it from your house or how does that work in the pandemic?
Yeah, well, if you already had a home recording studio, which most voiceover people do, you were very, very lucky, because it is the only leg of the entertainment industry that didn't miss a step.
Yeah.
If you were already set up, they were ready to go and ready to record. And I remember my agent telling me, because I had an A-list celebrity friend call and say, "Do you think your agent would take me?" And I called her and she's like, "Nope." She's like, "Do you know how many calls we get from A-list celebrity people? There's just, if you're not already set up and ready to go, we're not taking new people right now." It really was like, if you were already set, you were very lucky. I feel very lucky. I know that this has been very, very devastating for thousands and thousands of people. So I'm very lucky that I really got to work. I also did an on-camera series near the beginning of the pandemic. We were one of the first that were up and running, actually shooting here in Toronto, where I am right now. And, we were fully masked the entire time until it was hair and makeup, and then it was till we were rolling. And on my last day, I remember my little speech I gave to the crew that I felt very touched and that I knew everyone, even though I might not even recognize most of you in the real world because they were masked. So it was like sort of this camaraderie through this energy rather than what people look like, which is pretty fascinating.
Mhm.
So I feel pretty lucky that I really got to keep working during this very challenging time.
And you did a podcast too.
And I did a podcast.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we actually pitched this before the pandemic as a way to celebrate this massive part of pop culture that never gets mainstream media attention, which are cosplayers and people who um, create art and music and stories and their own comics based on two characters in deep friendship or relationship, which is called shipping. And
Mhm.
it's this really big part of all areas of pop culture that really has never been explored. And because Greg Sipes and I are, in my opinion, two in the biggest canon ship that ever lived, Beast Boy and Raven, we
Mhm.
thought we are the perfect hosts. And it was initially set up to be an actual sort of talk show and then taken to cons. And once the pandemic hit, we decided to do it online, which was great because actually Cosplay Grown has grown exponentially over COVID with people home and being able to create and build their social media following. And kids get so excited when I contact them on Instagram. A lot of them are like, oh my God, I thought it was fake at first. Thank you so much. And, you know, a lot of these kids are like, in my real world, I'm shy, or I don't do this, or I don't do that. But then I suit up as Wonder Woman and I'm a superhero, and I love that. So it's been really fun, and also to connect with some of my friends in the business and other people and explore and learn things about backstories that I may not have known previously. And then we did finally do our first live Shippit show this past weekend in San Antonio, and it was so much fun. The techie guys that were running the show said this is the most fun we've ever had at a live show. So I think it's gonna go on for a little while, because it really is a show that's all about love. So it's pretty fun.
Oh, I love it so much. Well, thank you so much, Tara, seriously, for taking the time today. I, again, have followed your career forever, and I think you're just the most talented person out there. So thank you. I really super appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
There's so many of your characters that I just have fallen in love with. And I think I know I'm not alone in that. So thank you for that. And my girls are right behind me, following you through everything. So
I love that. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.